What's up, everybody, and welcome back to your Friday 5 p.m. evening dose of the Man Card Podcast. We're excited you decided to join us here this evening. We've got a good one. We've got a good one this Friday. I mean, wouldn't you say?
I think it's fantastic. I love wearing pants. Pants are my favorite thing. So, just a little,
I would argue that
Are you a skirt guy?
Kilt.
Oh, geez.
Tweed.
Nice little reference there.
Little reference there to nothing that anybody listening would understand.
Yeah.
Look it up. Tweed jacket. Kind of funny. Okay, so today we are here to talk about the home, the house, the abode, the castle.
La casa. Is it El Casa or La Casa? Casa.
Mi casa, su casa.
Mi casa, su casa. All right.
What in your mind is your ideal home life situation? If you can project yourself into the future, what would
you gotta be more specific because that's very broad. I can think of a million things.
Fine.
We want to stick to strictly the roles of the man and wife.
Okay, fine. We'll start with a joke. How about we start with a joke?
All right.
Okay. So do you remember? So
Ellie
walked in. Right, and she said, I can't remember what the context of the conversation was.
We're talking about blazers.
Blazers.
Yeah, which relates to our tweed comment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we were talking about tweed jackets or whatever, and Ellie was like, Noah, you can't wear
blazers
because you're broad.
Yeah, your shoulders
are broad.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? We're sitting next to granite sculpture over here. Like, how can you say that in front of us and expect me not to say something? And she goes, no, he's skinny.
He's thin. Yeah, he's thin. It's not. He doesn't have broad shoulders. I was like, oh, you're treading on
some thin ice there, lady.
Big time.
And I piped up. I was like, Ellie, you don't say that to guys.
There's some things we don't say to women. There's some things you don't say to men.
Like, you don't walk up to a guy and say, hey, you're looking skinny. Oh man.
Unless you were a guy that was really big and you're trying to lose weight, then you say something like that.
Sure. It's like, hey, you're looking trim. Usually you would say you're looking trim.
You're looking lean.
Looking lean or trim.
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually, let's say it this way. You walk up to a girl and say, hey, you're looking big today.
You look huge.
You're looking huge.
What you eat? What you been eating lately?
What's your pre-workout routine?
What weight? What protein you taking? Is that
how much do you weigh?
Mass gainer, huh?
Ass gainer.
Ass gainer. She been doing some hip thrusters.
Sharpie on the bottle, just scratching it out. But I was like, okay, say that to a girl, and then come up to a guy and say, hey, you're looking big today. And it's like, oh yeah. Like, there's very few things. And I told this to Ellie.
Tell me again.
Hey, Mitchell.
Do it. Go on.
You're looking big today.
Shit, there it is.
It's just, there's very few things you can come to a guy and say that he'll go like, man, that kind of made my day.
Real quick, I just want to test this. Sorry, I'm maybe a little too close to the mic. That's not loud. All right, real quick. If you just pretend you're in this scenario, you're in the gym right now. All right.
Okay, hold on. All right, I'm there.
And a dude comes up to you and like one of your friends, like let's just say I come up to you, and I'm like, dang, bro, you looking jacked today. What's your initial response to me?
Dude, bro, appreciate it, man.
Okay, you're not everybody. I saw this one. It was a TikTok. Of course, it was a TikTok. But like every single guy, like not close friends, but someone that you like recognize, like, hey, dude, whoa, it looks like you've been working out. They always say, I'm just trying to get like you, bro. I'm trying to get as big as you. Yeah. And the amount of times I've thought back and thought like people have said that to me and I've said that to them. I'm like, wow, that is such a gym bro thing to say.
Yeah, that's like the like if you walk up to a film set, what do they say they're filming? You say, hey, what are you guys filming? They say, oh, we're filming a mayonnaise commercial.
I've never heard that in my life.
That's like their like every single film set will be like, yeah, we're filming a mayonnaise commercial.
Yeah, I guess each industry has it.
Well, yeah, because they're just like, people hear that and they go, oh, just walk away.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Chris Pratt's not going to be in that. Although nowadays, maybe. I don't know.
That'd be some damn good mayonnaise.
Yeah, really good mayonnaise. That would actually be a jar of something else. But yeah, I've learned to just take compliments. Like, just be like, I appreciate that. Like, that's really sweet. Or like you're generous. That's one of my, Ellie will attest, that's one of my phrases is, oh, you're generous. Because it's like, I know that's not true, but I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's like 2 in 1. It's like, I'll take it, but not that much.
Do you think there's words that guys can't really say? Like you just said, oh, that's very sweet of you. Like, do you think like sweet is like a little too sweet for a guy to say? Like, okay, because I've been called out on things like people like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fantastic. And they're like, why do you say fantastic? Like, that's
Really?
that's a little like feminine, isn't it? Like, I'm like, why do you think that's fantastic?
I wonder.
Or why do you think that's feminine? My bad.
I wonder what. Yeah, right. They're like, that's a little feminine.
That's a little fantastic.
But like, what kind of person does it take to call you out and be like, oh, you shouldn't say that because that sounds sounds like a little girl.
Well, it's also like that-
Whoopsie Daisy.
like whoopsie daisy. Yeah.
Have you seen Notting Hill,
Or
the
Oops.
movie?
Notting Hill, no.
It's a kind of joke from that movie. It's like he says he's from England and he says whoopsie daisy, and this American actress is like, why do you say whoopsie daisy?
Yeah.
Like you're like, what are you, 8?
What do you-
An 8-year-old
little
girl?
It's also like that Bella every single time. Like I'll try something on like clothing wise, or like I'll show her a car and she'll be like, "Oh, that's cute." I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't want it."
Yeah, cute.
Cute,
Okay,
not,
yeah.
not what I was going for.
Yeah, guys don't want to be called cute. They want to be called handsome.
Yeah, if I show you a car, or if I show you like, hey, how do you think these jeans fit? And she's like, oh, they look cute. And it's like, fuck, no, take them off.
Yeah,
I don't want them.
There is a weird connotation
Yeah.
with cute, like this like level of it's not. They don't actually like it, or
Because we don't feel masculine.
yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Although I still take the compliment, like with you.
Oh,
what you
I'll
just-
still say thank you.
what
'Cause I
just-
know they mean it.
Yeah,
in a nice
yeah.
way.
Like what you just asked me with the gym, like I'll be like, oh man, they appreciate it.
I appreciate that.
But it's like, I mean, what am I gonna say? Like, I want to get as big as you, and this dude like what squats the bar? Like, what am I saying? Like I feel like that could come back and be just an insult.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm trying to get as big as you.
Well, I mean,
you're tiny.
It's more so like with guys that like obviously like you're on the same caliber, or the person's like way ahead of you.
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of like, it's paying respect to
Sure.
getting the compliment. It's like, thank you for my compliment, but like obviously you're way ahead of me, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So,
Well, okay, so I've actually had this happen very few times in my life where I'm doing more weight than whoever I'm working out with. Because I worked out with you, obviously. Anyway, not even a subject to talk about. I worked out with the cheerleading guys. Of course. I mean, they're squatting like 400 pounds.
yeah.
Get out of
They're
town. Those people are
ridiculous.
animals. And then, yeah, love the bunch of y'all. Love you. Actually, we're going to see one of them tomorrow. Parker, shout out. Love you, brother. Animals. And then I get to this gym, and of course I see people across the gym, and they're, squatting 3-4 plates. I'm like, okay, incredible.
Yeah, huge.
And then I just made friends with a guy in the gym who, we're about the same size, but he's a little, like, he's going through his growth progression with, the gym. And he's getting into his program, so he's not at as high of a weight as I am. Not like that says anything. But I was like, but
he's the bitch in the workout. is what you're saying.
No, he's such a great guy, and I worked out with him today. So nice, and I was like, yeah, man, like we were just encouraging each other the whole time, like, and it was great. It was such a great time because I've never been in the situation where I've been lifting more than my partner, and so it's such a odd experience because there's the level of like I want to push this person to, like, I know you can lift more,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's
You
like,
don't want to sound you don't want
Yeah.
to be arrogant either. Be like, oh, you can push more weight.
oh, come on,
I
come on.
I work out with one of every once in a while he comes down, Blake, but like we'll work out and he's below me in weight class in terms
Yeah.
of like what he lifts, and so like I always feel bad.
Idiot.
Yeah, idiot. Like, yes, we joke with each other, but I always feel bad when like I'll do like, let's just say dumbbell press, and I'll
Sure.
do like whatever, like let's just say 80 pounds or whatever. I'll do dumbbell presses.
Great.
And then he'll be like, oh, what weight do you think I should do? And I have to say like, well, I did 80, so maybe you should do like 65. I always feel like
See,
shit
don't ask.
doing that.
Don't
It's
ask.
like, don't just do your, like, what weight you do.
Okay, here's the thing with the gym. We'll just sidetrack just for half a second, then we'll come back to the main topic. But when you come to the gym, go a few times by yourself. Get some of the big movements, find your weights, and then come back with people.
Yeah.
I think that's almost a little bit more beneficial than coming with somebody and feeling the social pressure to lift more. Because then I felt like, because that's what happened with me, is I feel like I got a little bit lost in the sauce when it came to like, I don't know what my true weights are. I don't know how much you're actually pushing me. Like, what does this all mean? So I feel like if I had come through the gym, here's all of the motions, here's how to do the correct form, find your weights.
Yeah, it's also a big
You know?
big thing to work out with people that have the same goal in mind.
Sure.
And they're not obviously you have bulking season and shredding whatever if you do that, but also like I work out with one of my friends and he's an ego lifter big time. He loves to put up the heavy weight. He doesn't give a shit.
Is he the pass out guy for deadlifts?
If he did legs, yeah, he would be that.
Oh no! See, that's even worse.
No, if he did legs more,
No,
I guess.
no.
But like it's hard to work out with him because his workouts are like all heavy compound lifts, and he's like, okay, let's do like 3 sets of like 5 and like lift heavy. I'm like, nah, dude, like I'm trying to do like 4 sets of like 10 to 12, good reps, squeeze the muscles and shit like that. And I'm trying to shred. I'm not trying to lift.
We were in the gym today, and I cracked the joke about mind muscle connection.
Yep.
And I was joking about it today. And
It's not a joke.
I know it's not a joke.
Okay.
But I was joking about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was going down for bench, and I was like, hey dude, hold on. Gotta get my mind muscle connection right here.
Get them linked. They're connecting.
Yeah, we were just laying out laughing at the gym. And he said later, he was like, I hate it when people come to the gym and like are go, okay, look, we need to serious up. All right. Like, stop joking around. Like I get it. Like when you're lifting, like lift, but like have fun. I don't know.
Agree,
like,
have fun. Just don't make me laugh when I'm fucking doing my when I'm in the middle of a set. Don't make me laugh.
I've learned my lesson. I will not do that again.
My friend used to do that.
But it's still fun. It's still fun.
No, I agree. I love the gym. Gym's one of my favorite environments.
Oh, it's great. Well, especially here's the thing. Let's get back to the main topic. Let me dash that and get back to the main topic. So the main topic today is like positions in the home.
Yeah, wearing the pants in the relationship.
Wearing the pants.
How much pants do you give to the other person?
Yeah. So like Ellie and I are married. We have a home. And I got a text from her today, actually, really random, out of the blue, made me feel like a man, which is like, man, that's rare.
Man, makes me feel like a man.
Man, that makes me feel like a man.
Oh, man.
But she texted me and said, hey, I just really love you. And I just really appreciate how you handle and run our household.
Damn.
And I was like, man, that is good. That makes me feel good.
She basically just called you like a king. Like you are a lion king or
Like,
whatever. You like you couldn't give a better.
It made me want to do more. Like it made me want to like provide more, like do more and like contribute more.
That's a great compliment.
You know what
Honestly,
I mean?
I can't think of many better things.
I know, and it's almost a self-serving compliment.
Yeah.
Like she'll give the compliment, but really, I don't even know if she knew this when she was saying it, but like she's getting a lot in return from saying that because I want to go above and beyond. Like I'm doing this, okay, great. Like let me keep it up and do more.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
it's
she
like
pulled that on you. Maybe you've been slacking and
Dude,
she like this dude needs to pick it.
pick it up, dude. Pick up your socks, bro. I left socks in
She
here.
saw that laundry in there that you threw on the bed. She's like, shit, let me send him a nice
I gotta send him
text.
a
Make
nice
him think he's
text.
doing good, and then he'll do better.
Better pick up your freaking
He'll
pants.
fold it next time.
Pick up your pants, put them on. So here's a conundrum that I struggle with because I'm of the mindset that I think men should hold the head of household in a lot of decision making, in a lot of leadership roles, in what are we doing as a family? I think that the men of the world need to step up. I think we've let men get a little soft in that area.
Oh, that quote that you mentioned last week. It's like hard times make strong men, strong men make easy times make weak men make hard times.
Yep.
Like I went back and like I saw like 3 or 4 like videos that said that. And I was like, whoa, crazy how you mentioned it last week. And now it's like all over the place. Totally
Everywhere.
Makes sense too.
Yeah.
Because I think when you said it, I was a little like, I don't get it. But then the person like said it all the way through. And I was like, that makes complete sense.
Yeah. It's big time stuff.
Yeah.
Because now it's just like we got a bunch of men who haven't fought for anything.
Yeah.
Right? We haven't stood up for anything. And that's why I think there's a lot of this like we have to have a cause mentality in our culture. I mean, I just don't think it's the best use of our time necessarily. Like everybody has a cause about everything. Like, okay. I mean, like I think that should be for the people who are most equipped to have those. You know what I mean? Like the people closest to those issues push, pronounce, and get those public.
Yeah, don't get offended for somebody else. Somebody else.
It's like I'm not going to get offended for that other person in the gym. It's like there's just this dynamic. I'm not close enough to the problem. Like I'm not the person to solve it. It's kind of like law. Like if I sued a company for damages for X, but I wasn't the repercussion. Like I wasn't the person who was getting the damages from whatever issue that the company made. They would strike my lawsuit and throw it out before it even got in.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the right person to sue.
Yeah.
Right? So I just think that's a little bit of a waste of time.
Yeah, this company came in and they put in a roof on my neighbor's house, and they were telling me how much of a leak they were having. You know, I'm suing that company too, because my neighbor had to come to me and piss me off, and
Yeah. It's like it's almost
offended me.
self-serving.
Yeah.
It's like Friends. You watch Friends?
I've seen Friends. I've seen enough of Friends.
So there's one episode where Phoebe and Joey there's this subplot where Joey's saying there is no good deed. There is no selfless good deed. And Phoebe goes out into Central Park and she's like, calls him and says, "Hey, I just let a bee sting me. And I don't feel good." And the bee is going to go back to his bee friends and be like, "Well, I just stung somebody. I'm going to have confidence." And then Joey goes, "Nah, you killed the bee.
Yeah, the bee's dead.
Bee's dead."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Nah," and hangs up the phone. And so there's like kind of that meta level of like, you know, are you really doing it because you're a good person?
Yeah. Because obviously not, because she had to call and tell Joey.
Yeah, exactly. So even that was self-serving.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like that kind of mentality in life. But so head of household, I've had this conundrum a couple times where I think, you know, men should be stepping up, making decisions. Here's the situation that I have yet to figure out.
Okay.
Hey, honey, what do you want for dinner?
Oh, no one ever figures that shit out. Okay, here you go. To all you, I'm saying this to software developers. I'm a software developer. To all y'all that want to do this more than I do, here's your idea.
Okay.
All right. You develop an app, and you can call it whatever. You can call it Chicken Tinder. Well, I even thought of the name, like Tinder, yeah. Like swiping. Chicken Tinder. All
That's
right?
pretty good.
What you do is you and your significant other. You can even do this with groups. Y'all go onto this app. You both want to eat.
Yeah.
All right. And you say, okay, I don't want to drive more than like 10 miles away. Obviously, I don't want to go too far.
Sure.
Where do we want to eat in the local area? You set the parameters. Boom. It's almost like, okay, so then it gives you like a list of like 30 options, and you swipe left or swipe right.
It gives all of you the same list.
Yeah, it gives you the same list. Her on her app, you on your app, and you go left or right, like yes, no, yes, no. I would be down for that, no. And then at the end, it matches all the ones that y'all both said yes to. Puts them together, and then boom, you have a list of things that y'all both just said yes to, or even if there's just one, boom. And if it says, sorry, there were no matches at all, then y'all got to extend that range and figure something out.
That's good.
And since it's like swiping, you call it Chicken Tinder.
And
like chicken tenders.
Here you go. And here's one.
There you go. Someone's idea, you're just getting rich.
Dude, you shouldn't have said that on the show.
I don't know how to make it.
I can't cut it out because I'm beholden to the editor. Oh, wait, it's me.
All right, copyright patent to Mitchell Peters.
No, actually,
and Noah Bryan.
Trademark, because you said it out loud.
Okay, yeah, shit. All right, it's still my idea.
You came up.
Anybody that wants to help me, I will give you a portion. Help me build this app. I have the idea. You do the app. We'll split it.
Dude, that's sick though. Because what you can do is like, let's say your group of 4 doesn't match on anything, any one thing. You can have like a sudden death mode where the most matched.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's
like 3 people match on this, but one person. Sorry, tough shit. You're out of luck.
Yeah,
like, we're going there.
But then I think that person isn't going to lose, right? Because what you can do is in your profile when you're building yourself out, you can put preferences in.
Yeah.
So you can be like places you like, and if the place that the majority enjoys and you have it in your profile, it'll be like, hey, I know you do like this too.
Yeah. There's so many. I'm telling you,
dude, that's a good idea.
That solves the situation.
Dude, that solves it, bro.
The problem.
Dude, women, we are coding women.
We need to do that. We need
out of emotional distress.
We need to make this happen.
Let's
I need
make
to
it
find a software developer. All right.
I'll be the business side.
All right, that's cool. I had the idea. Now we just got to find a software.
Let's make it happen.
Software person.
Okay,
that's
so
not me.
Now we've solved the getting and going out for food. We've just made the decision. So roles in the house. We got some roles in the house.
I'm gonna bring up one thing back on what you said, the pants in the relationship, and making decisions, taking the lead, and everything.
Yeah,
I slightly disagree to a slight extent, very slightly.
Just a little bit.
Whereas when I think of like the role, okay, well, this is going into our next topic anyway. Roles of the household. I see the male not necessarily as being like the one that makes all the decision, is the one that makes the final decision, but like is like the protector, or is like, make sure the family is going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Things like that. Obviously, I know you agree with that.
No, definitely.
You did 100% agree, but when it comes to like, you said like, they make the decisions, they say where the family's going to go and things like that. Obviously, I know you're going to include Ellie with that. You're not going to be a dictator.
No, of course not.
But like, that's not the first thing that comes to my mind is like, I just want to be a husband that cares about my family, puts them first, but also is like protects.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
100%. Someone looks at my kid wrong, boom,
Yeah.
you're fucking dead.
We'll say it this way. I think the person who sacrifices the most should be one of the first people to have the final say.
I agree.
So it's the person.
agree.
It's like, hey, somebody's coming in the house with a gun. You're not going to send her out. I'm not going to send her out.
No, of
Hey,
course
hey, honey, it's your night. Your night to defend the house. Like,
oh shit, it's a Thursday.
oh, it's hey, honey, sorry, you've got the short end of the stick. Looks like Fido's out in the backyard, so you got to go save us. No, it's like I'm going to go out every single time.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if I'm putting my life on the line here. I feel like there's almost like a higher level. It's kind of like people who own companies. It's like people always crap on CEOs. I'm like, come on, they have all of the risk.
Yeah.
Like you as an employer, okay, fine, you get laid off, but then get a new job. Like go get a new job. They're like, my entire net worth is gone overnight.
Yeah.
You know, so it's,
Tax the rich.
which I agree with, but you know, they should pay their fair share.
I agree. To an extent, yeah.
No. Everybody should pay their. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
fair
Everybody
share,
should
yeah,
pay
yeah.
their fair share.
Yeah.
That's why everybody should pay 10% regardless of
I think
income.
that's I totally agree.
I feel like that's
I feel like that's 100% fair.
Anyway, okay.
Okay, anyway, go on.
So
Getting out of that.
So roles in the house. So that's just a little teaser on roles in the house.
Okay.
Money roles.
Okay.
So breadwinner.
Does breadwinner automatically claim the pants? Does one take off one pair's pants and give it to the other?
I think so. This is a great scenario to talk about with Ellie and I. So Ellie is now making more money than I am.
Woo. Represent.
Put it on blast. I love my wife, and she's killing it. So I'm gonna quit my job and become a stay-at-home dad.
I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna go make more money than
Yeah.
I need.
Well, that's the thing is like I think there's a healthy level of competition there where it's like, oh, you know, you're making more money. Oh, okay. Well, it inspires me to want to go out and like, okay, what's my next thing?
And as long as it's not taking time from your family and your time together, boom.
That's another
you're
thing.
doing better for
Yeah.
yourself.
So men who go out there and you know have a family, that's fine, and then prioritize their job over their family. I think there's something to be said about that person's priorities, and I think they're a little off. Like let's just say my dad, for instance, he was always there for us when we were a kid, me and my sister. We had family dinners, we had Friday movie nights like every week. Like we were always there as a core four. We called ourselves the core four. And it was just so healthy, right? And so men who just like leave, you know what I mean? Like you're gone for a week, gone for 2 weeks, and then come back. It's like, how much of an impact are you really having at the end of the day?
Yeah. I've had a personal experience with that where my uncle owned his own company and got like addicted to his company. Like
Really?
Like even on like Thanksgiving, he would just come home, eat Thanksgiving dinner, and then go back to the factory, which was only a couple miles away. And like
That's
the kid's
crazy.
workaholic, you know, the kids didn't see him too much, and he got to the point where, long story short, he was addicted to the business. Another business that was doing the same thing as him came in and said, and they were bigger. They said, "Look, you're going to sell us our company, or we're going to put you out of business." And it's his baby. And think about it, this is a dude that spends like 90 hours, 100 whatever hours a week at this business, and ended up bad things happened, and he just couldn't live with himself. So long story short, you can get where that picture is going with himself.
Yeah.
But anyway, like
That's tough.
and then it leads to other family repercussions. Like now they grow up not knowing what it's like. Who's going to walk them down the aisle?
Yeah, right.
Things like that, stuff like that.
Golly,
So,
that's tough.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the story. There's a movie of the guy who invented the windshield wiper, and he was like, I'm prioritizing this freaking invention over my family and everything. He lost his family divorce, like everything. Lost all of his money. He won in the end, got credit for it, but at what cost?
and the thing is, they don't do it maliciously whatsoever. He was doing it 100% for his family. Like he was like, I'm doing this, providing the best life. They're
Or you
gonna have
think you
everything.
are.
Yeah,
You can sell yourself into that reality
He
very
loved
easily.
it. I'm telling you, the guy still loved his family to death, and you saw it every time he came home. Spent the best time with his kids while he was there, but like and super nice, super caring, great religious guy. It's just he let the business get the best of him.
Okay,
that was
so,
his life.
Yeah, that's really tough. And it's something that I think men struggle with a lot because there's that kind of baseline pressure to be a provider.
Yeah.
Which can go a little too far. So here at the end of the show, there's one more topic that I want to bring up, and that's personal problems made public. So this is a thing that I see a lot in high school relationships. is, oh, me and my boyfriend are having a problem. I'm going to go talk to my girlfriends about this problem and get their, I don't know, judgment, counsel, advice. They decide, and then I go back and make a decision.
Yeah. Break up with him.
How do you feel about that with like adult relationships? Are you one to like go to somebody else and be like, hey, like, I'm having a trouble with Bella or whatever?
If you want, I'm gonna be completely honest. I keep a lot of it private, but if I'm having like an issue that not necessarily like, oh, she's being, a complete B word, and like we're arguing over this, but like if there's like issues, I won't go to somebody for necessarily advice, but like I got to talk to somebody else outside of that about it.
Sure.
Someone I trust. Like I've come to you about certain things. I've come to go to my closest friends. Like I'll go to them, and I'm not looking for advice because ultimately I'm gonna do what I want, and I'll take your input. But it's
it's just an extra layer.
And also obviously it just depends on how personal it is.
Yeah, so Ellie and I'm not one to really talk about my relationship with Ellie at all.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty positive guy when it comes to that kind of stuff. So like if there's a problem, I'm like the guy that's like, oh, it'll be solved. Like it'll work itself out. Like for sure. And Ellie's not the same way in that thinking, but she's on the other side of the coin, which is like, it's nobody's business. It's our issue to work out. And like, who are they to come in and like,
Yeah, I agree.
have input. And so, yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of keeping relationships between who it's with. And I mean, of course, like if you're being like abused in a relationship, then like, yeah, maybe don't keep that private. But sans that, then like, yeah, definitely keep that shit tight, man. Like, why would you waste breath on other people?
Then also, like, especially if it's close people, then they start having a negative outlook on that other person. Then you just sit there and you're like, my girlfriend's just being a complete whatever. I hate blah, 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 blah. We keep arguing.
Yeah.
And then, like, a week later, hey, you want to come out on a double date? And it's like, now do I really want to hang out with these people?
Yeah, they're kind of like freaks,
So,
but it's like, I don't want my tea spilled all over the world for everybody to know. And then like we get together and there's like kind of like the like, there's the layers of, am I supposed to know this information? Is it something that I can talk about with them? There's like the layers of like, what do I know and what do I not know?
Yeah.
Which I feel like puts your friends in a weird position constantly. And that's not something anybody should be asked for. But thank you for tuning in this Friday to Man Check, mancardpodcast.com. We got merch on there. Check it out. We got these beautiful mugs.
Beautiful mugs.
Look at that emblem. That is just looking smexy.
Looks crisp.
Yeah, clean. Hoodies, beanies, crop top hoodies for the ladies. Check it out. We want you to go be excited. Send us an email, mancardpod@gmail.com, and check us out on social media. But we will see you on Monday.